Harriman Hospital is one of probably the most active and haunted locations I have ever been in. It's just amazing the amount of activity that's going on in that building.
We're actually at the entrance of the emergency room right now, where our psychics are telling us they were picking up a lot of energy in this area.
We were just minding our own business and we heard this like very loud scream. Just a very painful scream.
I've seen them, yes. I've seen several shadow figures. I've seen an apparition of a nurse. They let you know they're there.
On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're here in one of America's most haunted hospitals, the old Harriman Hospital here in Harriman, Tennessee.
Turn it really, really bright for us, would you?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yes, that's right here, right in front of me.
Let us see you on camera.
Oh, there is a flashlight.
My name is Jeff. Do you know who the Shadow Man is?
You killed my battery.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
Seems like you're telling me the story of an affair that led to a murder. Was that one of your patients?
No way. Can you make a noise for me?
Yeah, Colin.
Did you just make a loud noise?
No.
You didn't move anything down there?
No.
Like, at all?
Like, what would I move? No.
On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're here in one of America's most haunted hospitals, the old Harriman Hospital here in Harriman, Tennessee. This place has recently become open for paranormal investigations, and just listening to the stories of paranormal activity in here has already shocked both Jeff and I, and we're a little on edge as we begin this investigation. This is a place where people see, they hear, and they encounter all sorts of different forces and spirits. So, welcome to the Paranormal Files.
I'm Christy and I'm a volunteer at Old Historic Harriman Hospital. I've worked here about a year and a half, ever since before they opened. We were up on the second floor doing some painting in one of the rooms, and we were just painting away, minding our own business, and we heard this like very loud scream. Just a very painful scream. It probably lasted about 20 seconds. It was a man. It was in obvious pain.
So, but no one else was in the building?
No, there was me and one other person, two other people, and we were all together. It was a male, and he just went, oh
God.
And that actually occurs quite often here. We get that quite a bit. Okay, another story I have is about 4:30 in the afternoon, broad daylight. We were down on the new section that we were getting ready to open. So me and one of my friends who was working here, we both looked down the hallway, plain as day, looked like a normal person. A nurse walked across the hallway from one door into another door. She had blonde hair, maybe about down to here. She had on the standard nurse's uniform. Didn't make a sound, didn't acknowledge us, nothing. Just went whoosh right across.
And what happened? Did you try to confront it or talk to it or anything?
We were really in a state of disbelief because this was our first time ever seeing a full-bodied apparition. I've been a ghost hunter for probably a good 10 years, and that was really my first apparition. So we just kind of looked at each other, and I said, "Did you see that?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Did we see the same thing?" She said, "Probably." She said, "Did you see a nurse?" And I said, "Yes." And I said, "Explain her to me." And we explained it to each other, and we saw the exact same person.
My name's Devin. I've been a volunteer at this hospital since we started probably April of last year. We spend a lot of time doing maintenance work and stuff, and one of my favorite things that happened to us was me and one of our other volunteers, Chris. We had gone upstairs to the second floor where the day surgery was, and there's a room in there. We call it the blue room because it's blue. So we were in there painting, pulling out. There used to be shelving. It was like a centralized storage unit. Rhonda was with us, and she went downstairs. Nobody else is in the building. We hear footsteps walk into the room with us, And this room is one way in, one way out. And me and Chris, we look at each other and we're like, "Do you hear that?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, do we leave?" And I was like, give them a brush, maybe they'll help. And that's what we get a lot here. We get a lot of footsteps, and it seems like a lot of, like, they're still busy, they're still working. There's the second floor. I've seen what I think is an orderly down at the end of the hallway. You'll see him go by in Jerry Psych, and we'll book it down the hallway. We're like, "Oh, we gotta go see who that is," and you'll see when you get up there, it dead ends at Jerry Psych, and there's only an emergency exit, and you never catch them, but you always see them. And like, you'll hear them walk up and down the hallway, or even sometimes run down the hallway like they're running a code. One of my favorite things to do is sit up in that hallway and just listen for them.
And you see him here.
I've seen them, yes. I've seen several shadow figures. I've seen an apparition of a nurse down in what's known as A3, which was the heart ward. They let you know they're there, and they let you know that they're kind of keeping an eye on you.
Have you ever had an experience that was freakier than any others?
Yes. So we had a private overnight investigation, and we have to make rounds at the end. We go all the way down to A3, and there's what's known as B2, which is the oldest part of the hospital that's open right now. And B2 is just literally a long hallway that dead ends. When we come through the doors from A3, we start to go down the hallway for B3 because we're supposed to walk all the way down. And there was a shadow in like the second doorway on the left. It kind of like, the only way I could say it is it sucked itself back in the door, like if somebody were standing behind it with a vacuum cleaner. It was a very unnatural movement. And I looked at the person I was with, and I was like, "Yep, that hallway's good, time to go home," because that was just such an unnatural movement that I was like, I wasn't like scared, but I was scared because I had never seen something move like that. But it just was, it was odd.
And I guess to end the interview, you're sitting on the gurney.
Yes.
Which, this is the original gurney?
Yes, this is the room that they would bring when a person passed away, like a funeral home. Before the funeral home would come pick them up, they would bring them in here. If they passed away at a nursing home, or if they passed away in the hospital, they would hold them here. And then the ambulance bay is just right outside these doors. And family would come in and say their goodbyes and, spend their last moments with them. And then the ambulance, the funeral home would come pick them up. And this was one of the original gurneys that we found.
Wow. It makes you wonder how many people were laying on that thing.
More than, hey, who knows, maybe there's one sitting here with us now.
So Harriman Hospital, this place is interesting because it was just opened up for paranormal research within the last year or so. So there have been paranormal groups that have gone through there. Obviously, Sam and Colby, my good friends Josh and Seth, they just were there. When Josh and Seth and Sam and Colby were there, they uncovered what they felt like was something almost darker within the hospital. But the history doesn't really lend itself to that. At some hospitals, Jeff and I have filmed that there were murders, there were people that took their own lives, but at Harriman, as you're about to see, there was no real history like that in the building. It was just your average hospital, but it saw hundreds, thousands of deaths, and that always leaves a stain.
So going to Harriman Hospital, I was really excited because really it's a place that they really haven't been open for people to investigate. So I was kind of expecting them, the spirits, if you will, to communicate and be ready, and they were. So that was an exciting location for me to go to. Hospitals are always such an interesting location. There's so many things that have happened there, and you could just feel the energy in that building when I walked in. You knew there was a lot that had happened in the past there.
Tonight's episode is going to be a little bit different. So instead of giving you all the history up front, we're actually going to stagger it. So we're going to show you the history of one portion of the building, then immediately cut to our investigation, then go back to the history, cut to our investigation of that portion of the building, and kind of, offset it a little bit. Because I have read people's comments saying they don't like as much history, but a lot of people do love the history. I know most of you guys love the history, so we're going to try this out and see if maybe I don't know, it flows better. You can see the information, see us investigate it. I don't know, but let's start the tour off. Harriman Hospital. This place is super exciting to investigate, and it's creepy in there. Let me tell you, the stories you're about to hear are creepy as hell.
My name is Melanie Pelfrey. We are at Old Historic Harriman Hospital. The hospital was originally built in 1938, began operation in 1939. The doors closed in 2013. A new facility was built, but some of the residents still remained here at this time. So we're going to take a tour. We're going to start out. This is the main lobby, one of the main entrances to the hospital, and we're going to go over this direction to the emergency room.
Okay.
The emergency room has 10 suites, 10 rooms. This was more the fast track side. The less critical patients would be on this side here. When you cross these doors here, this was critical care. If a patient was brought in CPR in progress from an automobile accident or something along that lines, they would start in, that would be the room that they would go in there. Of course, this is the nurse's station. This room is, for the lack of, I don't know that's the best word, but it's a seclusion room. If a patient was brought in, precautions, if they were intoxicated, the bed is mounted to the wall, and there is a place on the bed for handcuffs. If they were in custody, they could be handcuffed. When this door shuts, you can't come out, so somebody has to let you out on the outside. So
Really? So you're locked in?
you're locked in. These are more just, this room was a 3-bed ward, mainly just treatment rooms per se. This was one, a little more extensive treatment, and then the same there. The rooms up the hall, this hospital does not have a morgue. So when the hospital was functioning, of course, there were 5 nursing homes that served this county. At that point in time, the medical examiner could not go to the nursing home if a patient passed away. They had to be brought here to be pronounced. So patients would be brought in through the bay, and they were placed in these rooms here. We would prepare the bodies for the families to come and view them if they wanted to come and see them. Outside the door here, there's a little shower area, and if a patient unfortunately had passed away from an automobile accident and it wasn't, depending on the condition of the body, the patient may be also stored out there until the funeral home could come and get them.
Like if it was especially gruesome?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, definitely. This door leads back to radiology. We're still working on certain areas of the hospital for our guests, so that door is completely locked off and we can't go that direction.
Okay, everybody, so today we're going to be doing this a little bit differently. We did our full tour. We already saw all the different parts of the hospital, but we're actually going to cut the investigation and the tour together. So we're going to have the tour, explain what an area is, and then we're going to show you our investigation. Right now it's much later than when we were doing the tour. We're alone here in the hospital, but we're in the triage area, the ER area. The body room is right over there. We've got all of our stuff set up. Jeff, we've already had some stuff going off, haven't we?
We have, yeah. The body room where the cot is, where they had, the people that were deceased, they laid them on that cot until the funeral director would come and get them. Lights are going off, REM pods are going crazy already. Again, we're just starting to get set up, so yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay, man. You want to roll on your camera?
Sure.
As you can see, we've got a paralight in there, REM pod there, REM pod here, proximity meter, tons of cat balls, another REM pod, a music box.
If anything or anybody enters this area, we're going to be able to see, and they already did, as you saw in that static camera clip. Oh, damn it.
Jesus. Are you filming?
Yeah. Got on the static.
Jesus. Back here. Look at the ball back here.
God damn it, this is just the static while we're
Okay.
setting up.
Okay.
Please step farther away.
We're just getting set up, if you would please. Then we can come and talk with you. Please step away.
Ball in
That's the cot.
But first of all, to whoever's here in the Harriman Hospital, I just want to, oh, right there, right when I said that.
There's the cot. Oh, that's the cot.
Yep.
Okay, so people know that.
I heard a noise back there.
That's the cot where the dead body would actually lay until a funeral director would come through this door to get it.
I just want to introduce ourselves. My name is Colin. I'm here with my dad.
Jeff? Someone coming in? You can all come and join us.
Why is the music not going?
Oh. Jack. What happened, man?
I don't know, what the hell?
Here.
It was just going... Oh! Oh, there's a proximity meter right there. Somebody just came out of that room. So you can see right there, that green indicates that something is standing on this side of that little... Oh, and there it goes. Oh, the flashlight in there is starting to go off on the bed. Are you over there on the cot? Yeah, I can see you starting to touch that little flashlight. You probably know what a flashlight is. Oh, there it goes. And right then. If you're over there on that bed, or maybe your body was held here, can you grab that flashlight and light it up? We can ask you some questions with that. Oh, there it is over there on the bed. Okay, can you light that flashlight up, please, really bright for me, if you're sitting on the bed? Yeah, even brighter. Oh, that's me. Temperature is getting colder. If you are sitting on the bed, light that flashlight up, grab it. I know you see it, it's right next to that little ball. It's almost like it wants both of our attention since Jeff is distracted. It's kind of stopped. Okay, thank you. Thank you, yeah. You're standing right here. Can you step away from that thing?
You were playing with the music box as well.
Yeah.
Before. Okay, anybody else? You can come out of the rooms. We've got all these other... Oh, there's the ball again on the bed.
It was weird before because the flashlight on the bed was like almost going off and then it stopped completely.
I'm gonna reset this too. Maybe you want us to come down here?
I want to ask everybody who's in here, if you're in here, can you walk towards one of the red lights? Maybe if you're in the body room where that may have been the last place you were in this hospital, there's a red light on there. I know you were just playing with that flashlight. You could go turn that on. Or I'd love to hear you make a really loud noise or a sound for us.
I'm kind of looking for shadows as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go red light.
Thank you for coming and communicating with us, by the way. So we'd appreciate it if you would show yourself like you have to so many others.
It's so quiet.
It's quiet.
Are you in here with us? Could you knock on some?
Oh, that right there.
Right there again.
Okay, so now, Colin, what does that mean?
It means that there's somebody that just came out of that room.
Came out.
They're on that side of the...
The green.
Yeah, the green side of the machine.
Okay, so if you're standing right here, or if they're going to go in the other room possibly too, is another possibility, right? Or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this one's been really active. I don't know what's happening over in this area.
Okay, so you're
Back and forth.
cat ball again.
If you're on the cot there, can you play with that little red light? Make that go off for us, please. Step around.
We don't want to cause any sort of trouble for you. And especially if you're trying to heal from something, we're not trying to make your healing process harder, but we would love to just talk to you. Could you just let us know where you are? Maybe you could light that flashlight up in there. You could touch one of the red lights. You can make a noise. We'd love to hear what you have to say. We have some toys that we can play with if you show us exactly where you are, because right now it kind of seems like you're everywhere.
So quiet.
So active, you know. Oh, yeah. They moved.
You down here?
That isolation room, you know? It's right around the corner right there.
It's right here.
Yeah, right. Women, men, nurses, doctors. We know you were all here. You took care of yourself really well, each other. Maybe can you give us a voice?
It's so weird how even the music box and the flashlight in there have gone
Have what?
dead.
Yeah, I don't know if they're you know they're still here.
I just want to figure out where they are. We have so many little tools that'll show us where you are. You've touched pretty much all of them. I know you know how to use them. Can you do it one more time?
Oh. Okay, so that's been active.
Right when I said it too.
Come on back. Thank you for. I keep seeing like a shadow in that purple area. Like someone keeps looking around the window. My camera's blurry. Can you
Isn't that
come?
weird right when I said
Yeah,
that too, to touch
right.
wherever?
Can you come forward out of a doorway or anything and show yourself to us? We'd love to see you.
It's really weird because when this REM pod goes off, it's just like off, you know? And you have to physically reset it, but not the other ones. The other ones aren't acting like that.
Light, basically, in the thing is what I think is what I keep seeing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
In the thing.
Can you step away from that thing right there? Please?
Oh, this one's going on.
Oh!
Okay, these two again. Oh, there's movement back and forth like I told you. Something's happening here.
Look at this one.
I heard a little. Did you hear that?
No.
It was like a ooh.
Look at this one.
I heard a little.
Look at this one.
I heard a little. What the?
It's like they're walking up and down this hallway.
Right. And this one.
Okay, I'm gonna go reset this. Maybe you're down here more?
What do you hear?
I heard a noise in one of these rooms.
Oh, I just hit it. Dude, you don't have a ping pong ball here, do you? I just heard like a ping pong ball. That was weird. Dude, Colin, first time on the REM pod on the cot. Oh, shoot. I got it though, I got it. I was just talking to him about the ping pong ball. Okay, that was you. That REM pod just went off and it was just on yellow.
Interesting. You see that flashlight right next to the... Okay, let's go in here. I'm gonna move that chair so we can sit for a second.
This thing can be breakable. It flexes. It's a toilet lid. It's a toilet lid. That's all it is a toilet lid.
You set off this REM pod for the first time since we've been here. You touched that thing and showed us that you're here. There's a flashlight right next to it that you were playing with earlier. And a ball. A little toy that you were also... Oh!
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Can you turn it back off all the way? Thank you. Was your body laying on this exact mattress at some point? Can you light it up if your body was once here?
Can you light that flashlight up again, please?
Right on.
Literally.
Right on demand.
Thank you. So your body was here. What was that? Oh, that was you going.
Yeah. This?
Yeah. Okay, so now that you know how to play with the flashlight, I'm gonna turn the light down a little bit so we can see it better. Once again, to get this really clear, can you turn that flashlight on if you did die in the hospital? Yep. All the way bright, please.
Again, I'm Jeff. This is Colin. We're here just to kind of, again, let people... Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you.
It likes you.
We just want you to know that we're here just to communicate with you respectfully. And if you were on that cart at one time, can you make that flashlight come on for me? Or if you want to play with the light again, can you do that again for me? Just make the flashlight come on. Oh, yeah, keep going. If you would make it come on fully, we'll know that you're here. Do you like being here? Are you guys outside here? Do you want to come in and join us? You can. Oh, I'm seeing some just strange shadow swirling going on out there. Okay. Can you make this light go off on us too? There. Okay, thank you. Keep coming if you can. Use your energy. You know that we're actually just here to be friendly.
Yeah, turn it really, really bright for us, would you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's, he's just... They're lights.
Oh, it went from the REM pod to the flashlight.
So you are here. I have a device actually that we can use to talk to you. Would you want to use that? It's a tool.
What do you have then? Spirit talker.
Oh, there goes the flashlight.
Oh my gosh. I think that's a good idea to do that. Oh!
It's
Okay.
so weird how it's only green.
Yeah, just green only.
You know?
I don't know, because it was yellow before, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was yellow for me.
And now the other ones in the hall have stopped going off. I mean, this is a lot of REM pod activity.
Means it's going to be a good night once we get even deeper into the hospital.
And this is just the first area.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's quit out here though.
I know.
Even the music box was going off.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
Oh, light. Okay. They're ready to...
Right when I turn this on. Okay, can you just tell me how you died or something about yourself? How did you end up on this bed?
Her voice.
Her voice? Whose voice? Okay, remember I told you I heard that?
Yeah.
Voice? What's the name of her voice? Who is she that made that sound out there? Something's happening here.
Look at this one.
I heard a little. Did you hear that?
No.
It was like a ooh.
Busy.
It said busy. It's interesting that it says busy in this area because this was the ER and like the triage. So this was like where everything was constantly chaotic and people were, dying and injuries were being fixed. It was like life or death here at all times. I think we're going to have to go to a new part of the hospital though. It's been really good talking to you, but I don't know if you're still in this area. Maybe you're saying you're busy doing something. I don't want to interrupt.
It's green again.
Yeah. Maybe that was saying that we need to go.
Okay.
I said I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, maybe maybe there's something going on here, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Like maybe,
I mean, they literally said busy. It could be even the spirit of somebody who helps prepare the bodies.
Yeah, and remember, they were saying the nurse, she's just working. Remember in the interview?
People are still working.
They're still working.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Busy.
Okay, it is. Okay.
Ill.
Ill. In the hospital, dude. Ill.
Okay. Busy, ill. So maybe we should let them have some room.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab this.
They're busy tending to someone who's ill.
Thank you. Should we take them?
Yeah.
We're gonna clear this off if you're busy.
That is interesting though. Busy and ill. Literally a doctor or somebody in this area who's busy tending to somebody who's ill. So yeah, we're gonna head up to the upper floors of the hospital. If someone who's in this room wants to keep talking to us, follow us up there. And at this point, Jeff and I are gonna split up and do entire floors by ourselves. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I think I don't feel like the fear based on our interviews that said they're not, right? There's not anything bad here, but it still is creepy.
I don't know if I really want to see a nurse.
I know. Could you imagine seeing a full apparition like that?
Especially when you're alone.
I mean, I'd like to, but it's if you're only alone, it's I don't know.
Especially a nurse. A nurse is just a kind of creepy ghost.
Right.
A nurse, a bride.
Right.
All of those are just kind of creepy. Or she said, the angel of death.
Ooh, yeah. But I
definitely don't want to see that.
It wasn't the angel of death, remember? It was more the preacher.
Yeah, but she interpreted it as an angel, an omen of death.
Right.
Oh, you hit marbles. 2 of them. You hit them like marbles. Okay, so we were cleaning up before we move on, but I want to point out this flashlight that we were just using is literally completely dead. It just died on camera. That's so weird, dude. I've never had a flashlight like this die. But you need to swap batteries, I guess. Something took the energy out of this thing.
There was so much activity going on, we really didn't know who we were talking to or what was going on. But we knew it was time to kind of move on to other parts of the hospital. But there was definitely someone there, and we were excited to keep talking to him.
We're gonna go up the stairs. This is the new to us, of course, surgery recovery area. There's still all the lights.
Wow.
And the drop cords. I'll pop this around.
That's so cool.
And it's all of the surgery suites on this side actually have all like this.
You never see that in buildings like this.
Yeah.
It's like rare.
Same thing, another surgery suite. The owner of the hospital, when he was trying to decide if he wanted to buy the hospital, there were several of them that were in here just kind of scoping things out, and they saw a person. They thought that somebody had broken in to the hospital. So they had them cornered. They chased them all around. There's locker rooms that make a circle through here. But they chased him all over, and he turned and went into this room behind us here. And that was originally central supply storage. It's a very large room. That is the only entrance and exit. So like they've got him trapped. Everything's fine. They went in there and he was gone. There was nobody in the room.
And they weren't ghost hunting. They were just checking the building
They were
out.
checking it out to see, and he was like, okay, so I'm gonna buy the place. This is recovery. And it makes a full circle here, but this is still a lot of equipment that, I mean, not, you know, the things that we used in here. We can go out this door right here. And so this is still the newest part. We're gonna go up these stairs. And we're gonna go to the third floor.
Wish those elevators worked.
Oh, me too. This is the third floor. This was cardiac. Anybody that was on a heart monitor would be, and had to be admitted to the hospital, they would be put this floor, admitted to this floor. Of course, there's just that rooms behind you. It makes like a T, and then we go all the way down the hall. The building's 168,000 square feet.
That's a lot of square feet.
It is to walk a lot.
What's the bed count?
It was, we were licensed for 58 beds.
58, okay.
At one point before the fourth floor is ICU and step down, and before we finished that floor, this was used as ICU as well until we got that floor finalized. Y'all ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
All right. This is the intensive care part of the floor. The rooms, some of them still have beds in them that they have used. We have gotten quite a bit of flashlight play up here. A lot of noises. I've seen a few shadow people while we have been investigating up here. I believe this room right here is completely set up.
Wow. That's like untouched.
Yeah, it is.
And you worked here.
I did. I worked here from 1987 to 2013. I actually locked the door. The last patient
You were the
left.
last one to leave.
Well, when the last patient left, I locked the door, yes. I was in registration, so I did registration. Started out an ER clerk and then ended up being the supervisor before the door shut.
Any interesting stories from back then?
Oh, there's all kinds of stories. I should have written things down for sure. When we would do an admission, when I worked night shift, we would take the paperwork, patient admitted on second or third floor, put the paperwork on the dumbwaiter and send it up, because we also did the switchboard. We had the switchboard after hours, after the office closed. One night I had taken an admission down, sent it up on the dumbwaiter, and was on my way back to the emergency room where we started. And I passed a gentleman, tall, thin man, black suit, looked like an old-timey preacher, had a brimmed hat and a black ribbon-like bow tie around his neck. He acknowledged me. He was standing in front of one of the elevators. He nodded. I just nodded, said hello. Got an odd feeling when I walked past him, but I continued on back, and I went back to the emergency room, and I no more got back to where I was supposed to be, and they called a code blue, which is a CPR, on the second floor. He had had enough time to get on that elevator and be up to the second floor, and nobody else saw him but me. Maybe after I started telling the story, one or two people commented and said, oh, I think I saw him, or I saw him, or whatever. I actually felt like I saw, quote unquote, death. Somebody coming to get the patient that was up on the second floor.
Really?
Kind of gives me the creeps now to think about it, but yeah.
Like the actual, like, angel of death almost.
Possibly.
Just coming for somebody.
My description would be the preacher man person from the Poltergeist movies. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about or not.
I do, and that is creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy. Very, very creepy. Okay, this is...
Thanks for that mental image in here.
Absolutely. This nurse's station right here is the step-down unit. Once a patient was well enough to be out of ICU, but not quite well enough to be in a regular bed or down on the cardiac floor or whatever, they would come to this floor. They would just move from that side down here until they were well enough to either go home or be transferred to another, like a telemetry bed or whatever, down on the third floor. So there are just a few rooms that goes down in that direction and then right through here, and we will be ready to go back down. It'll be much easier going down the steps than coming up. And we'll go to the older part of the hospital, the original. Yes.
So at this point, we split up. Jeff went to the second floor, where obviously a lot of paranormal activity has been reported. Some people say that's the most active floor in the hospital. And I went up to the fourth floor. We wanted to be truly alone, and we wanted to have enough space, floors between us, that we weren't going to have noise contamination or pollution. We don't really do solo stuff, but I saw in one of our last videos you guys really loved when Connor and I split up, so Jeff and I tried it out, and we got some crazy, crazy responses. Jeff and I are gonna do some alone sessions now. So Jeff is gonna go to the second floor and I'm gonna go all the way to the fourth floor so that there's gonna be no noise contamination between the two of us. Both floors have stories of intense paranormal activity. And yeah, I'm really freaked out about doing alone stuff. I know Jeff gets freaked out too. So this is gonna be interesting, won't it?
To the right. Yeah, this is definitely where it starts to get like really creepy. Maybe you should set up here at the nurse's station. I realize that this whole area is tons of activity.
I kind of almost don't want to have my back, you know. Oh my God, okay. So you're here. I think it's time for you to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go lights out.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna head upstairs right now to the fourth floor. Jeff is all set up here. We've got his static cam there. And this REM pod keeps going off. I just heard a woman's voice back towards the stairwell, which is where I'm headed, which freaks me out.
Okay, well.
I'm kind of freaked out. Yeah.
You know,
kind of freaked.
I'm gonna say this. It's definitely way eerier up here, man, than that first floor.
No question.
There's like, it's like before even during the tour, I was like, I couldn't feel as much. I'm like, I can. It's fucking thick now.
Definitely. Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Okay, so I gotta make sure I know where you're at so I can go to you if I need to. Like, where do I go out of here?
Up there to the fourth floor.
You're gonna go. Oh man, dude. Okay. Okay. I think we should get going.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're gonna go just. I can go up to the fourth floor. Lights are going out. Okay. See you, Colin.
In case I don't see you again, love you.
I'm gonna move it. Okay. Colin? Colin? Okay. Where are you? Dude, I got the music box and the REM pod going crazy. Oh my God. Okay, sorry everybody. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This thing is going absolutely crazy, guys. Okay. To anyone that's here, can you please make that go off for me? Step away, please, from it, from there. Can you please step away? Man alive, this is... Okay guys, I don't think anybody will understand how creepy this is. I'm alone, Colin's on the 4th, that's a static cam that we got pointing this way. Nurse's station. This is where they saw a full apparition of a nurse. And I've got to shut this off. I've got to reset this. Can't hear anything. Okay, one more time. That will calibrate about 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, perfect. Okay, anybody that's down here, we know this is a friendly place. I'm gonna sit down here. Please make a noise, a voice, let me know you're here. It's 45 degrees in here. Wow. Okay, all of a sudden we've just gone completely silent. The music box and the REM pod. There's some cat balls down here in the hallway too. Some hardcore anxiety actually going on here. If anybody wants to come and communicate with me, you can come out of the rooms. You can come into the hallway. Play with anything you want here. Let me know you're here. I'm here I'm friendly. My name's Jeff. Does that sound like almost a water dripping? So I heard you just play with the music box a little bit. God, I can't see anything here. Anybody that's here, you've already been playing with the red light and the music box. There's little balls around you can play with. So you can speak into this box here. Low. Are low, okay. What do you mean you are low? Can you give me a name of somebody that's here? I'm going to set this down right here.
Why? Quarantine. Difficult.
Why? Because it's easier for me. Were you quarantined down here? That would have been difficult. What were you quarantined for? I know there's a nurse that had passed away after getting off her shift, and you work here like 24/7 is what our guide told us. Could you come and talk to me? I'd love to have you come and step forward. Oh shit. Thank you. Thank you. Please step forward more. You can tell me your name in here. Tell me your name in this device if you would. Let me know who I'm talking with. I'm Jeff. Okay, I got Sam. Wheels? Sam. Okay. Are you Sam? A combination of it being cold and it was a big pop. That was like a metallic bang. And you got this huge hospital. There's sounds and there's feelings that make it, let's face it, very creepy. So I've got just an EVP recorder. I've got just a basic recorder. We're going to try to talk to you. This little device right here, I'm going to ask you some questions. And if you can use your voice, your energy to tell me an answer to my question if you would. Okay? It's really easy. We're going to stop it. Okay? And thank you. Oh, I got chills. Thank you for playing with that music box. It's kind of fun, isn't it? I'm going to listen to this voice here. We're going to listen to the EVPs I just did. I think it's only like 3 minutes of it. So, to the nurse who passed away here, you got off your shift. You went home. You had a heart issue. They brought you back, and you unfortunately did pass away here. But you do stay here because you love it so much. You said you'd never leave. And you're here 24/7. What is your name? Okay, are you back? Was that you that knocked in there? You can just say yes or no. If it was the nurse. Okay. Yes or no if you made that knock. Thank you. We're listening to your voices now. Oh, I feel like something behind me. We're gonna... What the heck? Look at this thing. Look at that. Oh my God. What happened to my... Did my REM pod, did you kill it? That's the best word to use, but did you not like doing these? I'm gonna stop it here, okay? I didn't hear anything on here. We've got like 1,000 batteries. 1,000 batteries on here, man. You killed my battery. Oh. You recognize you did do that, huh? How's it going? Great, dude. I'm rolling here. My REM pod just went absolutely berserk and then it just died.
It died?
Yeah, just stone cold. And then the music box was going off. And then I got the Obelisk 4 has stuck on the name Sam.
Huh.
It hasn't. I've had it since you were gone. Wheels, like a wheelchair or something. But then I asked about the nurse. Sam is what I got. So being alone on the second floor, all the devices going off and the noises I was hearing, it really does give you an uneasy feeling like you're not alone and you don't know who you're talking to. But it's something that I enjoyed doing. But in the end, felt a little uncomfortable, to be honest with you.
Oh, shit. Okay, everybody, so I'm up here, the very top floor of the Harriman Hospital, all alone. This is a very creepy area. As you can see, there's like a lot around here. I'm gonna turn on Spirit Talker, and over here, if you'll remember, is this room set up exactly like a patient's room would have been. Okay, to anybody up here to answer my questions, for no, put your hand or foot right there and turn it red. For yes, put your hand or foot right there and turn it green. course, an ambulance or a cop. Oh, Spirit Talker just said miracle. So to whoever's up here, my name is Colin. I just want to talk to you. You can feel free to use your voice. You can show yourself to me. Or you can make a knock just like you just did. You can move stuff around. If you see any of my red lights around here that I've set up, can you make a noise? Or let me know where you are up here? Where you are up here? Oh. Okay, so you're in the hallway. Oh. Okay. So you are in the hall. Visit. Yeah, I'm here to visit. If you're a patient here, I'm here to say hi. You're in the hallway? That's what you're saying?
Don't tell.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, that's right here, right in front of me. Don't tell about our visit. Thank you for using that device and hitting the green to let me know that yes, you're here in the hallway with me. Can you make a noise for me? I need to call Jeff and ask if that was him. Come on, dude, this is...
Yeah, Colin.
Did you just make a loud noise?
No.
You didn't move anything down there?
No.
Like, at all?
Like, what would I move? No. I'm just
I
sitting
heard
here
a massive bang.
from down here.
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
No. Was it above you? Where are you at? Dude, where are you?
I'm on the fourth floor.
Holy dude, well, I'm on the second, just sitting here in the chair.
Okay, well that's f***ed. Okay, never mind then.
Okay, but stay on your phone.
Okay, bye. Oh, whatever that noise that you just heard was really loud, dude. That was like something being thrown or like heavy being moved, and Jeff didn't even hear that. Okay, I did ask for a noise. Thank you for that. Could you make another like that? Oh, there's a noise down there. If you see this walker right here, could you move that thing? That would be really cool. I'm not afraid. I would just love to see you do that. I know you can. Can you turn that thing green if you're a patient here?
Jail.
Some just moved in here. Jail. Okay, so you're not a patient. Can you make that thing turn green if you were a nurse? Oh, no way. Okay, so you're a nurse. Is that correct? You're a nurse? Speak. Okay, so you're a nurse here. Oh my God, my heart is about to explode. I'm not scared of the energy here. I'm just like, there is somebody here, dude. Okay, if you want to speak like you just said, thank you, by the way, for touching that red device and this device right here. What did you like about being a nurse?
We're all good.
We're all good. I just said that I'm not afraid of whatever's in here, and it just said we're all good. Good. Maybe you're further down here? Could you make a noise down there if you're down there? I'm innocent.
There you go again. I'm innocent. I'm not a bad spirit.
Okay, so you're a nurse. You know, I would love to see you. Can you come walk down the hall? You said you're in the hall.
Please leave here.
So you're nice and you're telling me to leave? That's what you're saying?
Are you telling me to leave because the patients are resting up here? It's nighttime and I'm making a lot of noise. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That you need me to let the patients rest?
If you touch that triangle again, green, on the green side, I'll get ready to go.
Movement behind me.
Outside.
Outside? You want me to go outside? I think I'm talking to a nurse.
History.
Over there. History. Are you still up here talking to me? I keep hearing movement. If you were a nurse here, can you tell me what your name is? Could you hit that triangle and turn it green?
Jason.
Oh. Jason. Okay, Jason.
So Jason, you're a male nurse that's up here, is that right?
Right.
Oh. Right. What the fuck?
Affair.
I think that chair was me, but like I got up and then it started doing that. It wasn't doing that right when I got up.
Is that why you want me to leave, Jason? You were having an affair? Church. Is that why you want me to leave, Jason? You were having an affair? Maybe with another nurse? A doctor? A patient? You don't want me to talk about it? You said something like keep quiet, or I can't remember. Is that true?
Jason.
What? Dude. Twice. Jason, twice.
Jason? Maybe I'm not talking to Jason. Am I talking to a nurse who is having an affair with some...
Murder.
Okay.
Jason, Wright, affair, church, Jason, murder. Maybe your name's Jason? You were having an affair? Did someone get murdered? An affair with someone in your church?
But you worked here?
My body's around here.
Maybe you were murdered, Jason. Maybe... I do know that I'm talking... I thought you said right. I'm talking to Jason, a nurse.
Wave.
Wave? Can you wave back? And this one just spiked. Oh. Was that you waving?
I don't have a very long time up here. I need to leave soon, but Jason, the nurse, it seems like you're telling me the story of an affair that led to a murder. Was that one of your patients? Can you touch this triangle to the green if that's true?
Of course.
Of course. So it is true, Jason.
If what I'm...
Tunnel.
Tons of voices. I want to just make sure 100%. I'm talking to a nurse named Jason. You learned some sort of a secret about an affair that led to murder. Maybe he was one of your patients, and you're still around. Maybe you feel guilty because you never told anybody about what the person told you.
Can you touch that thing and turn it green again, if that's true? Oh, and that's green. That's green. That's on green.
Thank you, Jason, for confirming that. I know you're not a bad spirit. I know that the spirits here are good.
My bones.
My bones. Remember it said earlier my body's around here somewhere.
Do you have anything left to tell me? Love to hear your voice, dude. You can trust me.
Oh, over there. Is this not Jason anymore?
Boy.
It's a boy?
It just got really, really too quiet in here.
Okay. I think I'm gonna leave and go to a different part of the building. Yeah, you want me to do that?
Elijah.
A boy named Elijah. I got the name right after the REM pod.
Elijah? Is that who I'm talking to now? A boy named Elijah?
So that's how you're answering questions. Oh, dude, it's actually... Oh my God, it feels freezing in here. I can feel it on my body right now. Elijah, I feel your presence. Why don't you come play with one of these toys? I have these little balls set up on the chairs.
Maybe you're stuck here, Elijah. Is that what you're saying?
Different.
All right, let's start packing up. I'm gonna keep rolling while I pack up though.
I had an injury.
Oh, I had an injury? And you died from that injury? To both Elijah and Jason, thank you for coming and talking with me.
This is your last chance if you want to do something to let me know that you're here. I'd really love that. It would make me happy. Elijah, we could play. Could you move something around up here? Or just come walk down this hallway towards me?
Footstep.
No way. I just said walk down this hallway. Okay, let me hear your footstep. Give me a really loud footstep like this. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
How's it going?
Great, dude.
I'm rolling here.
My REM pod was going crazy. The triangle was answering questions. I was hearing tons of noises.
I had noises as well.
I got the name Jason twice.
Jason.
And I asked, is it Jason? It said, I said, so I'm talking to a male nurse named Jason? Right.
Really?
And it said Jason again. Murder, affair, and then the REM pod went crazy. I was like, maybe he had some sort of knowledge from a patient.
Yeah.
And then it got quiet, and then it said boy, and I said, what's your name? It said Elijah.
Wow.
And then it went crazy again. I had some really, really good stuff.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off here.
So I wasn't alone on the 4th floor. There's no way that I was alone. I felt it. You could hear the noises. And I mean, being alone really forces you to confront the energy and the evidence head on. There's no one there to talk to. When you're facing one way with your light completely, everything behind you is pitch black. But up there, it seemed like I was talking to somebody named Jason. I got that name twice. It was confirmed through the use of the pyramid, the REM pods, and it seemed like there was some sort of malpractice or something that was going on there. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe Jason had been a male nurse who was tending to a victim of a crime. But Jason didn't seem like a bad guy. It just seemed like maybe people had been through the hospital that had had bad things happen to them, and he was there to help. I don't know. You guys gotta let me know in the comments section what you made of that evidence. And yeah, at that point it was time for Jeff and I to meet back up and head down to the Shadow Man's hallway.
This breezeway connects where we were before, recovery and surgery, the new recovery and surgery, down to the original part of the hospital.
And a lot of people have experiences here.
Yes. Of course, when the facility was open, we had doors that were shut, areas that were locked and things such as that. We can go this direction and we'll go that direction. But if you turn and look down this hallway, it goes an entire city block.
Oh my God. Can you shine that all the way down there again? That is so long.
This direction is a couple of original surgery suites. And you can tell the tile kind of dates the area, but these are pristine still to this day.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful. The green tile, I don't know if anybody has any idea as to why the tile would be green. When the surgeon was working, if they looked up and they either needed a utensil, a tool, whatever, if they looked up and the walls were white, they had like snow blindness. So if they looked back down at their patient, they had to acclimate their eyes. The green tile prevented that. So that's why the original tile was green.
Interesting.
Of course, we had, Brushy Mountain Prison is up the road. We had the jail. We have a jail in Kingston. So we had prisoners that came here. Of course, there were some fights on Friday night and things such as that, but not anything that would really that stands out into my mind.
Interesting.
How about murder victims?
I'm sure there were nothing that I will tell you. The original emergency room, we had 3 rooms and 2 cots in the hall. That was the original ER. And at Christmas time, there was a local school that had a gentleman that was dressed up as Santa Claus that was there to visit the kids and do the whole Santa Claus deal. And he had a cardiac event while he was there at the school and passed away. So when I came to work that night, there was Santa Claus, and he had passed away here. He was still here, the body was still here. And his beard was real and everything. That sticks out in my mind.
And he was dressed as Santa still?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I will tell you that before the hospital was here, there was a hotel that was here. It's on the far end of the hallway down here, and it burnt. So there were fatalities and casualties there. It was called the Cumberland Hotel. So there's some tragedy there, and there's a train depot, train tracks just across the way. We got some folks evidently that would hop on the train and then they would jump off and come here or come to the hotel and had issues or had passed away. We've been told, stories of that somebody was stabbed, I believe. They didn't bring them to the hospital. They took them across the street and they ended up passing away. So different things like that. But the hotel fire is definitely. The hospital also used to do deliveries. We had an OB department. This was the OB nurses station. Behind you there used to be a big glass window here where the nursery was, where the babies were kept. 1996, 1997 was when the last babies were born here. And we stopped delivering babies at that point in time.
That could have been you.
Yeah, 96.
Our daughter was one of the last babies born here.
Wow.
This also, after the OB department was shut down, we used it for day surgery. So these rooms were also used for outpatient surgery.
It's weird that all the rooms kind of look the same, but they all have such different
Right.
uses.
This was the nurse's station for day surgery, right behind us here. This area was a locked unit. It was the Emory River Geriatric Center. It was for the elderly folks that needed medication regulation and things such as that. So when you came to this area, you had to be buzzed in or had to have a key to get in the doors here. So this is one of my most favorite places to be, is right in through this area here. Of course, looking down the long hallway, we see some of our friends peek out, kind of look at us. We see a lot of shadow play and things such as that. But this is one of my most favorite areas to be. Before the hospital shut down, a couple other employees and I were down on the first floor. Like I said, this was locked, so you had to have a key to get on the elevator. You had to have a key to totally operate everything. So this unit was shut down. There was nobody here. We heard the elevator doors open up here on the second floor. The elevator started coming down to the first floor where we were. No, there was nobody there when the doors opened up. So, like I said, you had to have a key to function to make this elevator work, and there was nobody on the elevator. Now, the two of them took off running, and I stood there to see what was going to get off the elevator.
And nothing.
But there was nothing there. Nothing there. This also goes around.
Do I have any estimate as to how many people passed away here?
To my knowledge, I don't think that we have found that information as of yet. I know that we're still doing all kinds of research to try to get accurate. We want to give accurate information. We don't just want to make up numbers and to say things that are not truths at all. We don't want to do that. We want to give everybody the real true story of the hospital. It's an amazing place.
But
truly,
it would
truly
probably
is.
be hundreds.
Oh, I would say from 1939 to 2013.
Thousands.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Where we're going now, we're going to go downstairs. This will take us down to another entrance. There were offices, administration. The original boardroom was down in this area here. We're not ready for guests to go to that point yet. This is almost as long as before, as City Block. We'll go that door down there, trying to make it not glare, is our stopping point. Originally, these were patient rooms when the hospital was very first opened. Semi-private rooms, all rooms were semi-private at that point in time. And once the other floors were built and the rooms became functioning there and we were able to admit patients there, these all became offices. So utilization review, patient accounts had files stored here, medical records is down through here. So this hallway, this is the newest section that we have opened. It has not been open very long at all. We were doing a private, some folks that was doing a private investigation, and they were in the medical records room and they audibly heard, "Check the door." Or they started screaming and carrying on and come running out and they said, "Check the door." They want us to check the door. And there is a door that goes outside. It has an alarm on it. So but they audibly heard, there was 4 of them in the room, and they audibly heard somebody tell them to check the door. This is the large medical records room. I don't know how much of this y'all want to see. Doctor's boxes for incomplete medical records, where they stored all of the patient files.
It's a lot of files.
It is. This is the door that we checked when they audibly heard that. And then this room kind of goes this way just a little bit.
It's amazing we used to use these.
Okay, we're going to go back down the hall and show you the last area on our tour.
A little too much walking for me?
Yeah. You definitely get your steps in, that's for sure.
I definitely have a creepy feeling like I have somebody always following me.
You do?
Yeah. Is it, you know?
I will tell you, coming out of, what is this, 118, we see, we've got a friend that we see quite often in this room here. he will kind of peek out head and shoulders. And then once we talk to him some, then he will step and you can see him completely.
What do you think's the eeriest part of the hospital?
I don't have an eerie part. I would say probably looking down City Block hallway, the big long hallway. But again, that's my favorite place to be too. So, but yeah, just the length of that hallway is kind of ominous as you stand there and look.
And that's a place that people have seen people like kind of pop their head out or walk across door to door, that kind of thing.
A3 was the original cardiac floor, which is where we are now. Heart monitors, everything. This is usually a pretty active floor, paranormal wise. Behind you, the last room on the right, we get a lot of shadow play out of that area there.
Any reason why you think?
I do not know why there is somebody there. There was a nurse that worked here. She was an amazing nurse. She worked on this floor, and she had always told us, whenever I die, I'm never leaving. I'm not going anywhere. And she finished her shift and went home and started having a cardiac event. And she was brought back to the hospital. She passed away in the emergency room. And she has been seen by multiple people several times since. And I have seen her. And when I called her by name, she turned her head, she looked at me and she smiled and turned around and continued to take care of her patients. So I truly believe that that's why she's still here today.
Wow.
I can tell you that when the new security staff came, when the hospital was changing hands, the gentleman had come down on this floor, and he was like, "There's a lady in white at this nurse's station down there." And I said, "Yeah, and I said her name. And he said, "Oh, the floor's closed. She shouldn't be there." I said, "Well, she's on shift 24/7. I said, "She's a spirit that is still here taking care of her patients." So the nurse's station is right around the corner.
This is the area where she's seen frequently?
Yes. Originally, cardiac monitors were mounted from the ceiling. There wasn't anything like, of course, you're talking many, many years ago. And they ran just across this area up through here. And when I saw her, she was sitting in her chair and she was looking up at the monitors. I called her by name. Like I said, she turned, she smiled at me, and then she looked back up and was taking care of her patients.
Beautiful.
I don't know that, I think other folks have seen her maybe somewhere else, but this is the only place that I have seen her. This room behind you here, it doesn't look like it now. This was the original ICU. There were 3 beds in this room. Eventually, we built incident command, so it took up this large section. But the nurse's station was about even with the doorway there. Of course, and then we had 3 beds in here, and this was our ICU. So we graduated up from 3 beds to an entire floor, which was amazing for our area. That, for some reason, down this direction seems to be where we see a lot of shadow play.
This hall.
Straight ahead of you, yes, sir.
That last on the right, especially.
We will set our grid light up and shine it down this direction, and then like the whole corner will totally disappear.
So somebody's here.
Yeah, and you can see people. Do I think there is a thing here that is evil or anything like? Absolutely not. I do not. For 1 minute, I do not feel uncomfortable anywhere. I don't think there's any evil here. I mean, this is my home away from home. I basically grew up here, and I am thrilled to be able to come back and do what I do now.
It's a good haunting.
It's amazing. I mean, I just am so excited when we're having an event, or I get to do an overnight with some guests, or what I'm doing with you all now. I mean, just to tell the story of this wonderful building.
Is that what these chairs are doing here around this
For
area?
us just to sit. We just come and sit.
I mean, when she was here for you, the nurse, you saw her here in this chair.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry, yes.
But this is just a good place in general.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
My team, when we come to investigate, of course, we all just kind of gather and just sit and just listen.
Well, I guess this is the end of the interview, right?
Yes, I've taken you through the entire place.
But I guess I will then ask what I ask everybody. You would say this place is haunted.
Yes. There are spirits that are still here, yes.
Hey everybody, it's Colin here, writing to you from Super Bowl Sunday. I got my Eagles jacket on. I'm rooting for my team because, as you know, we live in Philadelphia. So we're about to head out and watch the game. And as always, every single week we give away a gift bag with Paranormal Files merch, some signed photos and stuff like that. And you also win a chance to come investigate with us one day. We just had Colin, KT, come out and film with us in Tennessee. And that video was one of the craziest that we've ever filmed. But to enter this week's competition, all you have to do is like the video, share it out on your social media platforms, and comment, "That was scary." I'm going to give you 10 seconds now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So thank you guys so much. If you write me comments, write me anything, I'll respond to y'all online. I love hearing from everybody, and it also helps the video gain engagement. So make sure you watch the video all the way through. Make sure you leave me a comment. You can leave 3 or 4 if you want, and good luck to the winner tonight. But keep on enjoying the video. Let me know if you like this new format, because we might have to implement it. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to the video and stay spooky.
At this point, we felt it was time to go to the area where the Shadow Man has been seen multiple times by people. And this night of all, with all the activity, it seemed like, we just may see him that night. And being in there, was a really, in the end, heavy feeling. And it felt like there was something there.
Oh, and the cat ball, Shadow Man.
Okay. You coming out? Come on out.
Okay, we've just been setting up here.
It's pointed right at the right-hand side of the hall where the Shadow Man comes out.
And that cat ball is going crazy. Look at that one right there.
Yeah, it's downward.
That's literally the exact area where he likes to come out.
And I'm pointing right at that door. I'm gonna start this over.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move it up a little closer. Okay?
Sure.
Here we go. Okay. Oh, dude. That's right in front of his door. I'm gonna leave it.
If there's a Shadow Man here, or some sort of person in this area,
Knock right here, Colin. Like literally on the door. Like that.
huh, that static got it. Or some sort of person in this area.
There's a knock right here, Colin.
Person in this area.
There's a knock right here, Colin.
Okay, Shadow Man. Can you step out of your room? Thank you for stepping out of that room. We would really love to hear your voice. Look at that, dude. Thank you. How about you follow me down here? Okay, I'm going to turn this off just so we can hear you. Okay, so we're currently down in the Shadow Man hallway. This is also the nurse's station right here, where the spirit of a nurse has been seen many times by many people. We're gonna do a DR60 right here. Can you tell us, using your voice, what your name is?
Can you tell me if you're a man or a woman?
Did you work here as a nurse? Yes or no?
Would you say that you're happy or sad here?
Do you know who the Shadow Man is?
How many of you live on this floor right in this area that like to stay here all the time?
Can you make a noise or use your voice to talk to us?
Do you live on the right or the left side of the hall as we look down this hallway? Which side, right or left?
Okay, my name is Colin. I'm Jeff, and we're just here to talk to you. We would love to see you. Can you tell us using your voice what your name is? Can you tell me if you're a man or a woman? Did you work here as a nurse? Yes or no? Would you say that you're happy or sad here? Do you know who the Shadow Man is? How many of you live on this floor right in this area that like to stay here all the time? Can you make a noise or use your voice to talk to us? Do you live on the right or the left side of the hall as we look down this hallway? Which side, right or left?
Right.
I don't know, man.
No, I can't. You know, that cat ball keeps going off down there, by the way.
I know.
It's just like he's just out there, I think, standing.
Staring at us.
Right.
Sounded like it said right side of the hall. I heard almost, I'm a nurse.
Yeah.
But we would review it right now in the moment, but we only have like
Oh.
a small amount of time
20
left
minutes,
in our
maybe.
investigation. And I
How was
wanted
that ball again?
So obviously the Estes is super important to us. It's how we end usually every investigation, because at that point in the night we've usually gotten a lot of evidence through Spirit Talker, DR60, EVPs, REM pods, cat balls, just asking questions, hearing noises. And the Estes really helps you dive deep into the story by connecting. And as you're about to see in this footage, this Estes was a lot different than a lot of the Esteses that we've done in the past. So yeah, just be prepared for what you're about to see. Okay, we're gonna finish this out with an Estes session. If there's a Shadow Man in here or the spirit of a good nurse, please come speak to us.
Who just sat down next to me?
Towards.
Right here, I heard this. Like that.
A married lady.
Okay. What's her name?
Misty.
Misty. Okay. Was Misty the nurse here?
A little.
Was Misty the nurse? I'm gonna write that name down. Did you work here?
She got sick.
She did get sick. How'd she die?
Don't know.
Okay, well,
Hmm.
do you live on this floor? Do you live?
I work.
Okay, you work, yeah. Do you work right here, or do you work in the hospital somewhere else? Which floor?
Surgical.
Okay, the surgical floor, okay. I gotta find out if she was in the surgical floor.
It takes days.
If I'm talking to the nurse, you worked in the surgical floor. Are you happy here?
Truly.
That's what they say.
Huh.
How often are you here?
Need some coffee.
Okay, we can get you some coffee, but do you want cream or sugar in it? Or what do you like with coffee?
Spiced. Icy cold.
Okay.
Morning.
Interesting. Good morning, yeah.
Pump.
Pump. Okay, so it sounds like a icy cold spiced coffee with like pumps of sugar or something like that from Starbucks. Interesting. You like that. So is that how you start every morning? What do you eat with your coffee?
Tell my friend.
Okay.
Peace.
Do you like seeing your friend here? Are you happy here?
At certain times.
I bet it's like the same day over and over. You're here 24/7. We were told.
Girl's voice.
Yeah, it's more like a funny thing. Like you're here like 24/7. We were told, so like it just starts over around the clock. It sounds like. Do you have people that are sick here now with you?
What's your problem?
Yeah, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Need help?
No.
Cramps?
No.
Visitor.
So you said, I'm understanding you worked in the surgical floor.
It's already late.
Mm-hmm. It is
quiet.
It is already late and quiet, yeah. This would probably be you watching the floor and it would be really quiet. That makes sense. Do you work all day?
Duties.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. It's me.
Okay. What's your name? The nurse that we're talking to that's here, that was seen here at the nurse's station that's here all the time. What's your name? It's so admirable that you're here. You told me, I think, Misty. Is that right?
No.
Are you a patient or a doctor or a nurse?
Rachel.
Rachel. Okay. Okay, marking these down.
I miss him.
Who do you miss?
The one. Love.
Okay. It wasn't. You said Jason. You told Colin Jason upstairs. I don't know if that's the one. But is it Jason? Is he
husband?
Uh-huh. Okay. Is Jason your husband?
He hurt her.
Who? Who got hurt? Who'd he hurt?
A girl. Right on the face.
Did he hit her with something?
I tried.
Are you going to stay here for forever, you think?
Katie.
Who's Katie?
Work.
So she's a colleague of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Is she?
Tell her to get my bracelet.
Okay.
Bracelet.
Is Katie your daughter? Is there anybody else you want to talk to that wants to step forward?
Go to bed.
Okay. It is late. Which room do you sleep in here? What's your favorite room to sleep in here when you're going to bed now?
We're gonna go there.
Not gonna go there? Okay. What's your favorite day of the week? Since
I love this place.
Yes. I was gonna say, what's your favorite day of the week since you love this place so much?
Good place.
What's your favorite day of the week here since you love this place so much? What day is your favorite? Or do you like every day?
One bad guy.
Huh. What's the bad guy's name?
Ted.
Okay.
Teddy. Knife. Head. He tried.
Is Teddy still here? Or is he gone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good.
Behind me.
Maybe the shadow guy.
Some people.
That's Teddy. Okay. I'm gonna think that that's probably the shadow guy. Do you know either one of our names?
Jason.
Okay, we're going back to Jason again. Is that your husband? The nurse's husband? Who's Jason?
Helped. Help.
Okay.
Good, decent being, human. Crazy.
Do you have any family that you've left behind that you'd like us to tell them, or that you wish you could tell them
Sure.
a certain thing?
I can see it clear. Heaven is real.
So you were a big believer in God? So are you in heaven now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you're there.
Still here though.
Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. So you can kind of go back and forth between heaven and here, huh?
Can't.
Why? Are you not allowed?
Can't switch.
Oh.
I'd love to. But
Well, you love it here though. So you really help people a lot.
it's my home.
Here. That's what everybody says.
Just waiting.
What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for a loved one to join you before you go to heaven, or why are you waiting?
Them?
Like them meaning your family? Would that be right? Or who are you waiting for?
Please tell them.
Okay. We're going to tell the people here that that was a message for your family.
I love ya.
You love them. You're waiting for them before you go to heaven. That's beautiful. Thank you for taking care of all these patients here like you do. You must...
Weird woman's voice. They're still here. Kind of like that.
Okay. So it just sounds like the patients are still here. You're still taking care
One
of
day
them.
I'll go, though.
It sounds like it. I think you can. Sounds like heaven's real. It's waiting for you.
Exit. There's light.
I'm looking at the exit. I can't see anything.
Okay. I'm gonna be done.
Yeah. Yep. Good.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was. I wrote a lot of it down. You'll be able to go back and listen to it actually. But
I felt like that was a lot of positive words.
right.
I don't know if there's a Christian
Right.
radio
Heaven's
station
real.
around here.
And then I said, you know, we're in heaven now, but I said, you said you're still here though. And I said, well, why are you still here? And you said, I can't switch, although I'd love to. And I said, oh, so you're here, you choose, it's my home. And you kept going on and on. So I think, yeah, there's been some noises. So I think it seemed like you were kind of kicking up to the nurse.
Weird. It's like a very positive haunting. Somewhat of a deeper meaning. Heaven and
really.
life and death.
Right. And I think you came up with the name Misty. And I asked you, do you work here or another floor? And you said surgical. And then you came up with Rachel.
Interesting.
And then you brought up Jason.
Jason.
Yeah, and I said,
Jason's the...
I asked if that's your, and you said, helped heal them. Good, decent human.
That's the name that I was the male nurse upstairs.
Yeah, but then I got after that. He hurt her. A girl. He hit her right on the face.
Oh.
Came up with the name Katie. Tell her to get my bracelet. You have a lot of stuff. So,
What does that mean?
yeah, that's good.
You know, it's really strange after doing that Estes. Before I was kind of on edge, but like I feel like a really positive energy has come through me, connecting to whoever I was talking to.
Right. Yeah. Well, it seems
I feel like actually happier.
Cool. Yeah, I would
Good
agree.
session.
I literally thought like I was talking to you, right?
Yeah.
The way your responses were, you were just like I was writing and talking to you. Like, oh, so heaven's real. Is that where you're at? I'm in heaven now. And then I said, oh, okay. And then right before I said, but still here though. And I said, oh, well, why are you not in heaven? Because can't switch. Although I'd love to. And then finally, it's my home. And then all the other stuff about she's waiting, but she's gonna, I'm not gonna put it all down, but like one day you're gonna leave. You said that. But who are you waiting for? I think family. Like kind of like Janie.
That's deep.
Is what I was thinking of, you know, when I was talking to you.
That's actually really deep.
Like she's just working. They're all here yet. Like she's taking care of the patients. But one day she's gonna leave. But she's waiting. I said,
that's like the most positive Estes we've ever done.
Yeah, you'll have to look back too, because it's even like, is there something you want to tell your family right now? It's like I love you. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff.
Weird, man.
So very good.
I feel like I could walk through.
Yeah.
I feel like I could walk through the hospital in the dark now. Happy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a real positive area right here, really a calm area. I feel kind of like protected right here.
Yeah, until you go down there.
Yeah, and the thing is down there, the one thing you did have is Teddy. I asked who is down there, the shadow man. And then you said bad guy, knife in the head, shadow guy.
I remember hearing those all really close to each other.
But that was just a little blip. And you did say he hurt her. A girl he hit right on the face. So
is that true, Ted? If there's anybody else in here, if there's anybody left here, could you make one sound for us if you're the nurse? We'd love to just hear your voice before we go, or knock, pull out a chair.
I get the feeling like she's busy because she said also she's got duties. When I asked if you're here 24/7. And she talked about having some coffee. And I said, what do you like with your coffee? And you say, I like it iced, or you like iced and something else went with it. It was like, sounded like Starbucks. Like she was ordering a Starbucks.
You ready to wrap up?
Yep. It's been a great one.
We are past our time here.
It's been a great one, that's for sure.
Every single time we film a video, we always end up wanting more time, but it's always the end of our rental of the location.
Yeah.
Thank you to whoever's in here.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
I'm glad that you enjoy the place that you are haunting.
And you make it a safe place and a happy place. And it's mainly this nurse. She's the head of it all.
Yeah.
You know, to make sure everything is safe and happy here. Yeah.
Well.
Okay, man.
Good work, my friend.
It was good.
Thanks again. And good night.
Good night.
So overall, Harriman Hospital to me was kind of like a positive experience, if you will, as far as a haunting or being active. There was a lot of activity. There was a lot of spirits there, different feels, but in the end it was really more of a positive feel for me, and really enjoyed, getting access to it. As we said earlier, they really haven't really been open to investigation, so I was really actually felt great in the end that we got to do it.
So this episode, I think, raised a lot of questions. What happens to you after you die? We're ghost hunters here, and we're producing a show, so we want to, capture actual evidence to show you guys. But at the same time, we still have the question always running through our heads. What happens when you die? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? A lot of people have their own theories on life and death, and everyone's entitled to think, however they want to think about it all. But to have that positive Estes session at the end, to talk to a nurse, I don't know which nurse, but to hear them talk about how they wanted, they're waiting for their family to cross over, it was an emotional experience for both Jeff and I. And it felt good to have a positive haunting. It felt good to investigate a place that wasn't, the Shadow Man, the plantation where it's saying it wants our blood, where we're getting scratched in Gettysburg. This place overflowed with positive energy. So Harriman Hospital, I can definitely sit and say, is haunted. Now, people have their own experiences everywhere, but for us, it was a really good haunting. It was a very positive haunting, and we left with a smile on our face. As you can see in that footage, we weren't afraid. It was just, there was people there, people that died, and they had a story to tell. And thankfully, they told us. But thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the Paranormal Files. We'll be back next week, next Monday, with another episode. So many great things coming on the channel, so many great locations. But from Papa Spooks and I, thank you for joining us. We love y'all. And as always, stay spooky. Hello.